Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For this video, our team will present how to produce biodiesel from algae. First, my name is Muhammad Najmi Zahri bin Zahruddin. There is Afid Aiman bin Cik Esmadi, Farid Wazif bin Yusaini, and Muhammad Shamil bin Muhammad Ismail. In this industrial world, countries frequently use diesel as a fuel source to generate power, fuels transportation, and fuels for factories. This act produces a ton of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. To make matters worse, the production of diesel produces a significant amount of pollutant, which daily worsens the global warming. We are also know that this type of fuels cannot be renewed. Although they are renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and wave, the number of renewable energy is constrained or limited, making biodiesel as a replacement for hydrocarbon diesel is one of a scientific achievement we may be proud of. This action can aid the effort against the global warming.
There are few processes of production of biodiesel from microalgae. First, the growth of algae. Second, the harvesting and extraction of algae. The last contain of four steps. First, treatment of raw material. Second, transesterification. Third, separation of reaction product, and the fourth, the purification. This is the flowchart for the production of biodiesel from microalgae. We can see there are how many steps in there. For the growth of algae for biodiesel, particular concern. First, whether closed or open reactor are visible. Second, the strategies to be taken to avoid contamination by advantageous organisms. Third, how nutrients and carbon dioxide should be supplied to the culture. There are two ways to make sure the growth of algae. First, by using bioreactor. Second, by using open pond. Harvesting and extraction. Harvesting. The biomass must be harvested and processed to release the products. Microalgae biomass could be harvested by centrifugation, flocculation, gravity sedimentation, filtration, screening, flotation, or by electrophoresis technique. Next, extraction. In order to produce biodiesel from microalgae lipids, the latter must be periodically extracted. The main lipid extraction techniques are the use of chemical solvent, supercritical carbon dioxide, physiochemical, biochemical, and direct transesterification. The last process consists of four steps. First is treatment of raw material, transesterification, separation, and purification. Okay, for the first one, treatment of raw material. Some feedstock is like the microalgae, must be pre-treated before they can go through the transesterification process. The feedstock is reacted with an alcohol, for example, methanol, in the presence of strong acid catalyst. This can convert the free fatty acid into biodiesel. The second step is the transesterification. Transesterification, also known as alcoholysis, is the reaction of a fat or oil along with alcohol, leading formation of ester and glycerol as a byproduct. The temperature for the transesterification at atmospheric pressure is usually in the range between 50 until 60 Celsius. The third step is the separation of reaction. The separation of reaction products takes place by descentation because of different densities. The mixture of fatty acid, methyl ester, or known as FAME, F-A-M-E, separates from glycerin, forming two phases which may be physically separated, while in some cases centrifugation is done to separate out the mixture faster. Okay, for the last step is the purification. The mixture of fatty acid, methyl ester, FAME, obtained from the transesterification reaction must be purified in order to comply with established quality standard for biodiesel. Therefore, FAME must be washed, neutralized, and dry.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Tafiq Aiman, and today I would like to continue about the problem and issue. First of all, we cannot deny that producing the biodiesel from algae require a very high cost because of cost productions. These costs apply including the labor, main technology, and the building, also including the facilities and utilities. Technology that needed to producing the biodiesel from algae is a photobioreactor. Photobioreactor is used to cultivate the microorganisms such as algae to produce biofuels, which is the way that have potential to be more sustainable and environmentally friendly than fossil fuels. Other than that, these productions need open ponds, and that helps to maximize the yield of biodiesel, which is also cause the high cost for build the open ponds to grow the algae. Other than that, the demand of labor is very high, as it requires a big amounts of labor to control the growth of algae, so it costs the high maintenance. The building of biodiesel production is estimated costing about $1.4 million USD based on technology economic analysis. Other than that, the next problem and issue for producing biodiesel from algae is the algae need much water, because to produce the biodiesel need a significant quantity of fertilizer and water to produce a lot of algae. Algae with lack of water may slow the growth of algae as this process of producing the biodiesel need more algae. Whether algae grows in an open pond or closed photobioreactor, it must have a significant water source available to maximize the growth. Other than that, because of the algae need the much water, the water need to be free from any impurities that can affect the algae quality. Because of open pond technology that exposed to the other object from the environment may risk the quality of the algae. The next problem and issue for producing biodiesel from algae is it needs to undergo the slower process. The slower process means when the biodiesel needs to be produced by the bioalgae, the process needs to undergo 3 stages, which is growth, harvest and extraction, and the process, which is including the treatment, transfer, purification, separation, and purifications. The challenge in producing microalgae, which is when it's too much direct on sunlight, it might be kill the algae. And the process that take the longest time are the harvest and extractions oil from microalgae. Harvest and extraction process must go through centrifugations, flocculations, gravity, sedimentations, filtration, screening, flotations, or by electrophoresis technique.
Let me tell you the solution for the first problem, which is cost production. Here are the ways for this problem. First, opening the open pond or hiring the laborers from countries which year-round warm climate where land and labor are cheaper. For instance, countries from Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America. Other than that, reducing the high cost of algae-based biofuel is by substituting synthetic medium with natural media such as wastewater. Next waste is cultivation of microalgae. Cultivation of microalgae in wastewater directly will eliminate the needs for growth medium. Solution: to overcome the problem of significant water uses in produced microalgae, here are some solutions for this problem. First, by using fertilizers can help the growth of algae in the pond. Nitrogen and phosphorus compounds from fertilizers contribute to the algae growth rapidly. Second, mixing technique. Mixing is another factor that influences the growth of algae. Agitation or circulation is needed to mix algal cultures. An agitator is used for deep photoreactor systems. Pedal wheels are used for open pond system. And pump circulation is used for a phototube system. Produced biodiesel from microalgae take a longer time compared in making diesel. However, here are some ways to reduce the time in making biodiesel from microalgae. The first way is, in most algal growth cultivation, algae only need about 1/10 of direct sunlight in most water systems. Light only penetrates the top 7 to 10 cm of water. This is due to bulk algal biomass, which block light from reaching into deeper water. By using the open pond and closed bioreactor can reduce the time taken for algae to grow. Second way is the oil press is one of the fastest and easiest methods for extracting up to 75% of the oil from the algae. Hexane solvents can extract up to 95% of the oil, while supercritical fluids can extract 100%. Then you must refine the oil using fatty acid chains through a process called transesterification. This transformation uses a catalyst to create a fuel and glycerol mixture that can then be refined to remove the glycerol.
Unfortunately, despite all the work, despite all the effort that has been put in, producing biodiesel from algae is not practical right now. Overall, it is far more cost-effective to produce diesel from petroleum to generate energy to move the world. However, humans make new scientific discovery every day and develop a new technology that can help the process of turning algae into the biofuels less difficult. This is a beginning of something big. It is the small step for human, a giant step for humankind to replace the hydrocarbon fuels from the world. That's all for us. Thank you very much.